Okay, so I was just about to go to bed, but I think it's important that I talk more about my thoughts. So, what I'm going to talk about. There's this thing called the mountain of responsibility. This mountain of responsibility, it's all of the tasks that I need to do. And each day, one has to look at this mountain. Generally, when it comes to school. And if each day you don't climb and conquer this mountain, the mountain gets bigger and bigger. And in that case, that is what has happened for me. If I outline what I need to do for this mountain, it will be displayed right here. And as you can tell, that's a very big mountain right now. That's because I did not chip away at it each day, and instead allowed those mountains all to form together to now put me in this rut. And although I said last week would be my day to catch up, from my schedule of last week, I did not really do that. And so I actually have to suck it up now this week, especially since I have a day off, like a full day off of school and athletics carnival on Wednesday, which means I have extra time to work on school. And I need to just do that. I need to, but will I? Now that's the thing. Let's talk about it. So with school, generally what happens is in class I'll do all my work, or as much as I can anyway. At lunch and recess, I generally socialize or do work if it's like absolutely necessary, like I have a SAC next period or there's homework that is due and collected, then that's when I'd hand stuff in. Other than that, since school doesn't really give us deadlines, it's all up to us how we study. But I need to really quell this mountain before things get out of hand and I do really shit on my ATAR because of it. Let's also have a quick discussion about year 11. So in year 11, I think that was my worst ever year for schooling. Prior to year 11, my grades were at least 80 to 95s. But in year 11, term 1 was decent, like at least an average of 80. Except with the exception of English language and biology. Term 2, everything dropped. Well, chem, method, spec were all about 70s to 80s. Bio and Englang improved to about 50s and 60s. I don't know why they were so low. Term 3, method and spec, well, spec was about 85, 80s. Methods was about, I think 65. Holy shit, so bad. And then Englang and bio improved to about 65 as well. Like, oh my gosh, I did so shit. And then term 4 is when shit was low-key close to failing. And the reasoning behind all these grades was just a lack of studying. I ultimately chose to be more lazy in that regard because each term had a different focus. In term 1, I focused on meeting new people and doing decent at school, with the exception of messing up my first English SAC and bio SAC. Term 2 had a focus on coding, like literally all I wanted to do was go home and code. And I'd also code in class. That was so dumb. And then term 3 is when I started YouTube and I started to like someone. And then term 4 I talked and spent a lot of time with that person. And you guys kind of know the result from, I guess, my reveal a couple videos back. I will talk about this more like openly in like a proper dedicated video. But right now I want to talk about the mountain. And yeah, let's talk about how this conversation relates to the current predicament of the mountain. So with this mountain of responsibilities, I'm gaining a bit of doubt because I did really shit last year. And doing really shit, even though I was never really a shit student, is kinda affected me. But then again, that's because my mentality and mindset towards school really shifted from year 7 to 10 to 11 and 12. And it shifted in a way which is more centered around what I really want to do versus what I'm forced or I should do because that's societal norms. So the plan is to fix this mountain. Now I spent like 5-6 minutes talking about what I need to do, when in reality the way to fix this is just to punch this mountain bit by bit. So I guess I'll update you as I go this week, and hopefully I actually do work compared to last week. And I talk more about my flaws and whatever in terms of VC. I'm basically just a shit student right now. One last thing to say is I do have a problem with like procrastination. And what I've learned is procrastination only occurs when you really don't enjoy what you're doing or the work that you're doing. And yeah, that's true. Although I'm decent at those subjects, except my grades didn't say that last year, but I can understand the topics a lot more. I just need to actually put the time outside and in class to do that. And yeah, this will hopefully be a journey of VCE, and I also want to do more stuff like my tech reviews and tech news, my sort of like making money series, my own personal interests, and other things as well. I hope this talk video was more insightful and I'm able to connect with you more by doing these sort of things. I don't really expect people to watch like these full videos, especially when I'm just talking, but nonetheless, if you got this far, thank you for watching, and to those who did watch as well, thank you. And yeah, I hope to continue to post and grow as a person. Love you guys, bye.